inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Murray. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and his early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now Murray. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. Now Murray. He's going to air one out. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Here we go. Start.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Dragon 60.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right in, that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
18, Pioneer. 79 Broncos.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get up.
And now an audible here into something else. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. The Bucs sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Right there, hurt.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Murray going to throw. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Now they'll change things up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready, set.
2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19, Cup 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Lions. Ready, ready.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They run it with Hall off the option, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Bronco 80. Lions. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Breece Hall. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Steps away to his left. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And quickly, they get to the line. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Check, hurt. 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. And he goes out right around the 39.
Come on.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger. 60 Maverick. Bring it. Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
60 Bobcat. 19 Lions. Ready.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. He's on his way, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
60 Vikings. Hey, smash Bronco!
Second half starts with a run by Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now they'll shift things around.
Warriors 70, Viking 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hey, check that, street. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Go check, ready?
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Panther 60.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Alert! Check mash.
Running left, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Hawk 70. Bronco 80. Let go.
All again on second down. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Let's go now. Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. Trey Palmer, 45 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Murray. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and hit down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Cowboy 80.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
Come on.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Viking 18.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll audible to something else.
Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. They've been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Go.
They'll run with Hall. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hall again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Breece Hall his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yard. And, oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A give running right is Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
70 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Third. Right there, go.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Inside the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. And not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come. 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now Murray. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Buying time to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing again, Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenneth Gainwell, 47 yards. And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the draw, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Option play, here's Hall. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he fends him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Javon Kinlaw. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Ready. 19. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Ready.
They'll give to Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Street. Ready.
One more time with Hall. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Come on.
Murray, one final try. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tampa Bay, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.